This song is called Off-leash Aggressive Humans, which I wrote April 8th, 2023. And I have birdseed in my hand, but I forgot to put my gloves on. And I see there's some bird coming. I don't know if he's going to come over though. I don't know if the chickadees are around here. We were noticing some birds, but they don't look like chickadees. So.
Sparrows, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know.
House sparrows?
I can't see them. They're not house sparrows.
River bottom sparrows.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I couldn't catch a close enough sight to really say what they are. But let's see how this song goes. There's been a bird flu case reported now in man's best friend, and some may wonder how. It shouldn't really be a big surprise to humans who've had dogs. They realize that dogs are drawn to every nasty stink, like rotting geese on shores. So one would think that in a bird pandemic men would keep their dogs on leash and cats in while they sleep. Aggressive people must exert their right to dominate somehow, or they will fight. Laws keep these folks from entering your yard, but keeping out their cats would be too hard. So no authorities enforce this rule. Authorities can't ticket every fool who keeps their dog off leash, but they can try. They'll have to, or so many dogs will die. And when each dog contracts his bird dog flu, he'll pass it to his man, then me and you.
Yeah.
That's it.
So they had something on CBC today. Apparently,
they're talking about it again.
No, they're talking about dogs regularly getting sick this time of year because there's stuff that has been collecting in the snow, and then the snow melts, and then it's there for them to. So it's things like we've seen them eating poop and all that sort of stuff, right? So they're eating that and they're getting sick.
Well, and I should point out, like we were listening, they said on the radio that there was an expert that was talking on the radio, and he said, you know, just keep your dog from chasing after geese or something.
If you see a flock of geese, and the person was not an expert on dog behavior.
Yeah, maybe not. Because honestly, like,
you keep them on leash.
But even like we had a basset hound.
Yeah.
And you had to keep an eye on him.
Well,
because he would scoop things up.
He was very sly.
He'd try to be really secretive about it, you know, so you wouldn't notice him scooping something up.
He didn't just try; he succeeded.
Reaching down his throat to grab bones and stuff, chuck them out.
Yeah.
But and the one time we were on the lake shore.
Yeah.
And he was on a leash. But wow, he was right in that fish. So fish guts, you know, somebody cleaned their fish, just put it out, and he was rolling in it. He thought it was just great fun. And
not that someone cleaned the fish. That would be funny. He cleaned the fish, and then he was rolling in. But it was our dog, a basset hound.
Our basset hound rolled in.
And it wasn't easy for him to roll.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Rotten fish, like
really
it
was awful. And we were on the road.
Yeah.
What was that? Is it called Swan Lake or something like that? Way up in west-northwest of Grand Prairie. It's actually just inside the boundary of BC.
Yeah.
So we were on the road. Now we're on the road from Grand Prairie, not Lethbridge, but even so, you know, I couldn't smell it, but you probably smelled it on him, right?
Yeah, but I think the birds, you know, like I've been thinking about the birds that we feed here, and they seem so healthy. I can't imagine they'd be sick. If they'd be sick, they wouldn't be coming to my hand. But at the same time, maybe I should wear gloves, and maybe I should wear a mask just in case. I don't know.
I don't know about a mask, but gloves, I think, increasingly would be a good idea.
Like I want to keep feeding them because I want them to stay healthy, and I want them to not get sick. Because I love these birds.
If you're feeding birds that are omnivorous, maybe, you know, they'll be picking away at other birds, so on and so forth.
Well, yeah, I don't think that.
Now, speaking of dogs, the guy today wasn't talking about anything that would make them sick extra. It was, again, an expert, you know, every year. He should have been talking about cleaning up the carrion in the form of dead birds. He was just talking about what happens regularly. He didn't mention, so far as I know, anything. So he came up with something that we could have thought of. I won't say should have thought of, with copper muzzles.
Oh yeah,
muzzles.
Yeah.
Big trouble is with some dogs, they just don't want to be muzzled.
No,
you know?
we had a hard time.
They're a little
with
bit
that.
like Donald Trump. But
Somebody had suggested a halty for one of our dogs because she was difficult. But they're kind of like a leash around their muzzle, but it doesn't. Apparently, it doesn't hurt them to have it. But it makes it so that they're less likely to be pulling around and stuff.
So it does combine with a leash?
Sort of, yeah. It's like a leash.
Okay.
It's sort of like a muzzle too. So I guess it acts that way.
Yep.
So maybe people could look into that. But we tried all sorts of different kinds of muzzles, and boy, she did not want to wear a muzzle. She would just keep pull until she finally got it off.
Yeah. So if you go to dog runs and stuff like that, you can use these sorts of muzzles, but if the dog is not going to cooperate, you'd better keep. This is for your own protection.
Oh, sorry about that. We're done.
Your own protection.
Yeah, just turn it off.
Yeah.